I was never
I got involved in filmmaking sort of, I started experimenting with stuff, you know, around the time I was in high school, just, you know, silly little projects, etc. But I was really into photography. So when I got to university, I decided to take the Film 20 course in my first year. It just continued, I guess, I just continued to explore. My interest only continued to increase with everything that I did, you know, as I tried to improve, you know, on the past work, or, you know, etc. And so whenever there was an option to work on films when I was at Western, which was not a practical hands-on program, I took it. I took the opportunity, and so I submitted films to the UWO Film Festival at the time. And yeah, I mean, it's just been a gradual, organic process, I guess, to bring me to this point. The Glass was evolving right through the entire editing. I mean, it was originally going to be a short. Now everything that's in the script is in the film. It's just that the film speaks it differently, I guess. It's evolved to be a more expansive experience. I just had this seed pop into my head of what if of somebody waking up in a place that they have no idea how they came to be here, and in the original idea it was just a dark bunker of some kind, and it was that simple, and it became, I mean, what it is now is barely recognizable to that, but that's just sort of how it works, I guess, for me. I just sort of feel my way through. I don't sit down and try to make things up. Things compel me, and the ones that are the most compelling stay with me and won't leave me alone until I do something with them, essentially. The idea that you have to live in a film city to make film is it's completely untrue. I don't understand it. I've never lived in Toronto or Vancouver, yet, you know, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this with people who I would pit up against anybody working in the larger industry. So again, I hope maybe this can do for people what some of my favorite films have done for me, which is inspire me to look outside of my borders of thinking, my ways of thinking a little bit. I think a lot of filmmakers make the mistake of thinking, oh, I gotta build a studio, I gotta do this, all of these things I have to do, get funding before I do anything. But then, you know, you grow old and gray trying to get all those things together. If you just start making films, I think you will ultimately find, if you've got what it takes to last through it, if you have the patience, you know, and resilience to keep going, because the world does not want you to make a movie. Every independent filmmaker knows this. Everything you do, the world is trying to, daily life and real life is trying to stop you. So you have to really, really, really want it. I would like to see much more film presence here, and so I'm glad there's a festival here in town now.